All right, so we are back. And we're doing part 2.
That is
well,
awesome.
Hello, Parker.
Okay, hi. So here we're going to interview Parker. Parker, tell us how your day was.
So Parker, I'm going to post. We took a picture together. So one of the things I have is also Paws of Steel.
Okay.
So besides Buns of Steel, I have Paws of Steel.
And what is it?
It's kind of like my little foundation thing where I help animals. I'm very involved with a lot of the rescues and shelters and helping animals. And
that's wonderful.
And I'm talking all animals. Like I'm a big elephant
What?
person.
Oh my
I
gosh.
love elephants and the stories of elephants. So Paws of Steel you can catch on Instagram or Facebook.
So
and I usually post a lot of I call them zoo.
Yeah.
So I have 2 dogs in it and a kitten, and then other people. So Parker,
Oh my goodness.
Parker's going to be there.
Parker totally had to make a cameo. Did you notice that? Like, I knew that when we saw him, he was going to come over here and be in it.
Most males.
True. He's like,
right?
I just want to go say hi, make an appearance. Oh my gosh. So now let's go into, I mean, we have to hear about Buns of Steel. I need that story.
Well, a lot of people don't know the real story of Buns of Steel. So I always like to give credit where credit is due.
Okay, me too.
So I'd like to say that I came up with the name, but I didn't.
Okay.
They were just my buns that
and they
that
were
made
so
it.
hard.
Is that there was a gentleman, his name was Greg Smithy,
Okay.
and he owned health clubs up in Alaska.
Okay.
And one day, one of his members said, "You've got Buns of Steel." Now, here again is a great opportunity. He took this opportunity of somebody saying that to him. I mean, if somebody would have said that to you, I mean, what would you have thought? To me, I would be like, yeah, that's a great name.
I do. Touch him.
So he took it, Go ahead, sling it up again there. So he decided he was going to shoot a video of him doing, exercises, and he kind of looked like a young Chuck Norris. Okay, he's got the little beard going, and so he shot it, and he had him on the cover, and as he was, I guess, trying to get it out there and published, he got in trouble from the IRS because he wasn't paying employee taxes. So he drops it off at this friend of his, I guess, and says, "Now, if you can get this out there, I'll give you a cut." And meanwhile, he leaves and goes to Guam.
Oh my gosh.
So out of the country.
Hilarious.
So anyway, the guy took it and put it in. Do you remember when videos started? They were kind of like in video catalogs.
Yes.
Remember you'd get a catalog and it'd be all the videos because we didn't yet have the video stores.
Yes.
Okay. So imagine this. It says Buns of Steel and it's a guy on there. So it did really well in San Francisco.
Okay.
Really well. And so they thought, okay, maybe we should change the cover because, it's all about marketing, right?
Yeah.
So let's change the cover, keep the name.
Okay.
So they said, all right, let's scrap that and let's do another one. We're going to call this Buns of Steel, Buns and More. And so it was the number 3 because it was the 3rd one.
Yeah.
And they went out, I need to find a woman that has a butt, that knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you need Tamilee Webb.
Yeah.
She's got a butt.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about all of this butt thing is when I was little on the farm, I was known as Bubble Butt. And I would go to my room crying because my brothers would tease me
I
so
had
bad.
teasing brothers too.
Right?
Yeah, but it makes us stronger, but still.
It does.
Bubble
well,
butt,
of course,
yeah.
now, what I love doing is I love calling my brothers and going, your Bubble Butt's here. Yeah. Turned it to be my greatest asset.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
That's so funny.
Yeah, so when someone's teasing you, but it was Bubble Butt back then. And so, so I had a bigger butt behind. And thanks to my dad. And so I got recommended for it, auditioned, got it, and it was that $5 moment.
Oh my gosh.
Okay?
You're like,
it was a
tell
$5
me.
moment.
$5 moment.
And he goes, so I can give you, I think it was like 10% of what he got, which it came out to like 12 cents. I'm like, $5, 12 cents. But I knew, this is what I knew about myself. And this is what I want people to understand too, is that sometimes we look to other people to give us that confidence or confirmation or yes, you can do it. And it really is about yourself. If you can't bet on yourself and believe it in yourself, then forget it. Nobody else is going to. You have to believe in yourself. And I knew that if I just could get on the platform, well, now the platforms are easy. You can create your own platform because they're all out there. But if I could get out there, I knew that that would be my ticket to be able to do more videos.
Kind of launching off
exactly.
Into everything else.
So it was like, okay, I'm only one video, 12. I'll take it because then I can say, I have a video, I have a book, and I have a video. Well, this would be my second video, right?
Right.
And again, there's no exclusive, there's no, I could still go out and do whatever. So I doubled it, did it, and now all 3 of them are on the billboard.
Oh my
They're
gosh.
selling like crazy.
That's amazing.
And I'll never forget this. I get a check, and the check, I'm thinking, 12 cents, right? Woohoo! $5. Woohoo! But I had to trust it because I did it once, and I had to trust in myself.
Yeah.
And so I opened up this check, and my first royalty check for this video, and it was $25,000. I went,
oh my gosh. That's amazing.
What?
Yeah.
12 cents, and I'm trying to figure it out. I'm not a numbers girl, but I like those numbers. And so then the other 3, they're all on the billboard, and it just kind of kept going like that. Then they came back and they wanted 5 more.
Oh my God.
So we shot them all, and of course you're looking good before you get married, right? So I was looking pretty darn good. But you know, it's so funny because you think, don't you ever think that like, oh man, I just need to lose like 10 pounds?
Yes.
Looking back now, I'm like, that is so silly.
It is, I know.
Like all of you out there right now that think that you need to lose 10 pounds, stop it. You don't.
Right.
You don't.
Right.
But
or that's going to make or break that day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's really going to make
like
a big difference.
Yeah.
But I also get it. Remember I said my philosophy is about how it is fitness from the inside out.
Right.
So yes, we all know what makes us feel good, but we're so directed by numbers and vision, right? So if the scale says one thing, you're like, nope, I want that number, right? Or my age. But you and I know by being on camera, they always said, oh, the camera, puts on, So Irene, I want to ask, is the camera going to put some weight on us right now?
Irene,
no, because we have
tell us the truth.
really good lighting. Okay. So you would kind of go through that, and it's just an awful place to be. But so I did the platinum, and they said we're going to do an infomercial. I'm like, an infomercial? What's an infomercial? And so we did this infomercial that was the first big fitness infomercial. And I'll never, ever forget this. Okay, so here I am. Each check just started getting bigger and bigger. So I go, well, first of all, don't even start, buying things because it isn't what it is.
Right, yeah.
So when you see something, and this was another learning thing for me, because I realized if someone's paying you, if you're not taking out money for Mr. Taxman, you're going to be hit with it later.
Right, yeah.
And if you're making big sums of money, you better start doing estimated taxes.
Yes.
So immediately I decided I need a financial planner. So I get a financial planner. I said, look, I know this. I know I'm riding a wave. Yeah. And I'm riding that wave, and it's not going to be around forever. But I want to do something really, I want this to go as an investment. Yeah. That if there's some day that I need it, it's there. Yeah, smart. It's not about buying big homes and all the big, you can still do it, but and so immediately I learned how to, whenever I got a check, I was like, cut it in half, put it away, and it went into investments. Okay, so now there's a big turn. This is where a whole big chapter turns around. Because you're riding that wave and you're going, is it going to go south? Is it, how much longer? And now we're at, gosh, I think we'd sold 10 million videos. Amazing. And so then the Mayor Group decided they wanted a younger. No woman wants to hear that.
So wrong.
Younger?
God,
I know,
they did
right?
Not. Okay.
They wanted a younger and a softer version.
I'm angry
So
now.
I'm like,
I'm just
okay,
kidding.
how can you have a softer version?
Oh, I know.
If it says abs still and you don't have them,
Right.
oh, well, you shouldn't be on there.
That's funny.
Right?
Yeah.
And so that's when I thought, okay, let's step back from this, and what does that mean?
Right.
And I thought, maybe it's time to move on.
Okay.
It's time to move on. I already branded myself.
Yeah.
I got offered, I'll never forget this, and I always go back to the $5, 12 cents, and I go, okay, you just got to trust it, right? So I get a call from, it was called A-Vision at the time.
Okay.
It's a division of Warner Brothers.
Okay.
We were kind of all, they wanted to be that company that had all the big guns.
Got it. Okay.
But they didn't have Buns of Steel, but they had me.
Oh, nice.
And so they came to me and they said, we want you to have your own line.
Ooh.
So it'll be your own Tamilee Webb, and we'll give you $1 million deal.
Oh my God. That's better than the $5. That's better. That's a little bit
I'm like,
better.
really?
That's an upgrade.
But this is what I had to do for it.
Okay.
So I had to produce X amount of videos and blah, blah, blah. So I started to do that, and I produced 2, and then all of a sudden they came to me and they said, we want you to do some more Buns of Steel. And I go, what? I go, we can't. It's owned by the Mayor Group.
Did they buy it or something?
They bought it out.
Okay, yeah.
They bought them out. They bought them out.
How that's all happened.
And then put me back in and said, and then we created the next series, and it was called Quick Toning.
Okay.
Now I'd have to say, the original and platinum were the bigger sells.
Right.
Quick Toning didn't sell as well.
Okay.
But altogether now, I think, I don't know what the final is, but it was, last count that I ever saw was 14 million.
Oh my gosh.
So
do you think though, so when I hear 14 million, I don't think of 14 million videos, I think of 14 million people who have been blessed by what you have to offer. So if someone said though, so anyone who's watching this or listening to this, if they're like, okay, I want to do videos, maybe not fitness videos, but anything on camera, because that's so big right now.
Yes.
What advice would you say? Like what did you do to be able to connect with people?
I tell people, one, you've got to practice. Just, and today everybody can do it. Pull out a phone, put it on, and everybody's doing selfies, right?
Right.
But I just recently, and I highly recommend this, I speak all the time, but I have a mentor that is in the Fitness Hall, not Fitness Hall of Fame, but Speakers Hall of Fame. And she has a speaker school, and I just recently went. And I got to tell you, I learned so much.
Yeah.
And I'm a speaker, but I learned so much.
What's it called?
It's Mickey Williams Speaker School.
All right.
It taught me some things that I can use for my clients, like Natalie or Amanda or whoever it is that I'm working with. There's little things that I thought I can use that for them to better my services to them.
Right.
But you never stop learning, and it's just getting in front of that. But it's looking in that camera and really talking to someone like we're talking. And I feel part of me wants to go, look, I know you're there. I'm not excluding you, but I want you to know I know you're there. And so I just sometimes pretend who's in there that needs me that I can really talk to and touch them.
Yeah. And Irene is behind the camera here. And when she does my videos, if I'm speaking to anyone I'm helping, I literally have to be like, I'll get really into it. And it's like I could see them in there. But I think it takes practice. I'm pretty sure that my first couple videos were terrible. But you just, over time, you just get better, right?
You do. You get more comfortable. And I want you to know, it's not an ego thing for me. It is, I believe my purpose is, my way through fitness is to help people. And to know that, no, there is no perfect body. There is no perfect anything. And this doesn't even look like this when I take it all off, right?
Gosh,
we take our makeup off and everything. But we are more than our bodies. And my aunt, this is a thing she taught me a long time ago. She said, this is when I wanted to go out for cheerleading in high school. And she said, Tamilee, remember this. There are more unpopular people than there are popular people. So if you think that you're getting the votes from the popular people, which the whole point of that was, you're kind to everyone. Everyone has a heart. Everyone has feelings. And so you may walk past somebody, or you're checking out at the grocery store and they're just like having a really bad day, and you just say something like, wow, nice shirt, or God, you have beautiful blue eyes. And that just lights up people. Everybody wants to have some affirmation.
Totally. I always say that. I'm like, smile at someone. You never know what kind of day they're having, like, or anything like that. So you are, geez, this is so much fun. But
Sorry,
so
I
you've
keep
had
talking.
such a long, successful career. And like, where do you see yourself, in the next 5 years? Like, what do you want to do now? Like,
I really enjoy the speaking. I would love to go out and motivate people, and it's not just always health and fitness. It's I'm very big on words. So I'll ask you this. I'll make it quick because I know we need to wrap up. So I sometimes what I do is I'll have 2 pieces of paper, and you come in and it's a sticker, and it's a heart. One says I will, and the other says I am. You can only pick one. Which one are you going to pick?
I am.
What are you going to pick, Irene?
I will.
What are you going to pick?
I am.
Okay, so we have 2 I ams.
This is interesting.
I will. Okay. So at the top of your head, name 3 things of I am. What are you?
I am confident. I am smart, and I'm silly.
So there's no right or wrong answer.
Right.
Okay. So if you're home and you're thinking, well, what would I, say or pick? Is that one is in the moment. You own it.
Right.
You know it. You're walking it. You're living it.
Okay.
The other one is in the future. Okay. So one is just you own it. It's now. And one is something that you're going to do.
Yeah.
Now, when you say I will, sometimes I've had a guy say, well, I asked what his I will would be, and it says, I will not eat bad food. I'm like, oh my God, wait a minute, you missed the whole point. You can't have not in there because guess what? Not.
Right.
So what I try and do is have people to understand you are so powerful. Every one of you, like you might be watching this thinking, oh, I'm going to get so much wisdom from them. And hopefully we were able to share something, right?
Yeah.
But it really is, it lives within you. And it's your words. Words are so powerful. So what are you feeding yourself here? What you say, and that's why when you said just saying something nice to somebody or smiling, is that words can be very painful. And we know this as kids.
Yes.
Bubble butt, okay?
Yeah.
But words in itself, you have the power to change those.
Yes.
So one of my friends just said, oh, I can't afford that. And I said, okay, let's change that.
Yeah.
Take that back and just say, oh, I choose to buy this at a later date.
Oh, I like that.
I'm getting this. I'm buying this, but I'm buying it at a later date.
Yeah, that's great.
So, because if you say I don't have or I will not,
It probably won't come.
it's probably not going to come.
Yeah.
Or I don't want a man that cheats. Guess what you're going to get? You're going to get a man that cheats. Okay?
Do not put those words out there.
Do not put it out there.
Yeah.
So when you do that, just say, stop.
Right.
I take that back. Let me rephrase that.
Right. And those negative words that you say like really won't serve you. So like
They
try
won't.
To,
And that's why we have all these affirmations. And if you put it on the refrigerator and you read it each day, and one of the things that I try and do, it's when you get our age, you have to get one of those big, well, okay, my age, those big magnifying mirrors, right? Oh my gosh. And you look at it and you're, whoa, okay, good thing nobody else can see that. And I try and say, good morning, gorgeous.
Oh, that's awesome.
Good morning, beautiful, before I put anything
They
on.
should make a mirror, the big one. It just says it, right?
Yeah,
Or it
it's
speaks
just right
to you.
there.
I mean, you turn it on and it's like, hey.
Yeah,
okay.
I like that mirror
I'm
on the
inventing it,
wall.
okay? Let's do it. We're going on
Yeah.
Shark Tank. Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Well, you are just awesome. I love that you have such a passion for this. And like from day one, you've just followed what you want to do, but it's come in different forms and different opportunities that you didn't see coming, like the Golden Door.
Yeah,
Like,
you
that's
don't
just so cool.
ever miss an opportunity, and I call them mountains and valleys. And somebody said once to me, mountains and valleys, I would look at valleys as something down, low, and I was depressed because I'd worked so hard, and I'd put out this product, and then it would be like, what's next? And she said, dear, don't you see what that is? That's your time to rejuvenate, to sit back and go, yeah, look what I did.
Yeah.
Now you need to take in and refuel yourself of that next mountain. What is it going to be?
Totally.
How am I going to climb that?
Yeah.
So those little valleys are a place for you to regroup,
That's beautiful.
refocus, and climb that big mountain.
I love it. And that's like so life though, all the ups and downs, you know what I mean? I always
our
think
journey.
that like I always say like even in our marriage, Kevin and I, or anything in life, it's like we've been through high times and low times. And I always, on the low time, I'm always like, well, there's going to be an upside of this. So we'll get through it. You know what I mean? That's awesome. Well, I look forward to hearing you speak. And I hope that you do more of it because you're just like eloquent and it all comes from your heart. And
well, if not, I'll be calling you up going, Molly, can I speak again?
Yeah.
On the camera?
She'll be
Get
back.
Irene and I'm like, no.
Please do. But next time, can we wear leotards, please?
With leg warmers?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, it's a deal.
With
Okay,
thongs.
you're coming back and we are doing thongs. And right now, wait a minute, right now I'm doing exercise.
Butt Abbas.
Right now I'm doing butt Abbas.
Butt Abbas.
But you are so
And other
awesome.
things.
And I know that you actually do, I've read some of your like articles and things like, so you actually share a lot of your stuff like on your blog too, which thank you for that.
I mean, my website is TamileeWebb.com, and I am on Instagram and Facebook, but
and
you
your
know,
paws. What's your Instagram? The paws one?
Paws of Steel.
Paws of Steel. Follow that because the pictures
Paws
are so
of
cute.
Steel, yeah.
Okay,
my
awesome.
little zoo. Thank you.
But thank you, and to think of the 15 million, 22 million, whatever it is, people that you have helped their
that have now have
bodies.
Buns of Steel.
Yeah. I mean,
and
thank you for starting all
I
that.
think we're going to be, check soon, we're going to have some retro Buns of Steel shirts.
Yes, sign me up. I'm putting in my order right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
You're
Thank you for
welcome,
blessing
sweetie.
us. I
Thanks
appreciate
for doing
it.
this.
Yay.
to
All
share.
right. Bye. I hope you enjoyed listening to Tamilee as much as me. Hanging out with her, just talking girl talk is just so much fun, right? And you gotta love that she's not only helping people, you know, all these years get fit, but feel good from the inside and the inside out. That's what's so important. So be sure to watch both episodes though, because we did a two-parter because us girls, we can chat, you know that. So be sure to comment. I wanna hear from you. Share this with a friend and be sure to subscribe at mollymotivates.com. See you on the next video.